This is Tropical Depression 8. I know, numbers, names, it's all kind of weird.
Let me see here. I gotta push a button.
Hit the button, baby. Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents.
So to recap, we have Tropical Depression 9, we have Tropical Depression 8, and we have Hurricane Gaston, plus what we're watching for possible development coming off the African coast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. And because we have so much activity going on in the oceans, I'm going to break them all down into individual videos. Right now, we're talking about Tropical Depression number 8. But as you can see, the overall concern is mainly the total moisture situation. We have this box coming on here, so it's going to be wet and wild for a while. Whereas the effects on North Carolina from Tropical Depression 8 will be minimal. Asterisk. This is just the beginning, I believe, because we got hurricanes and stranger things rolling off the African coast right and left. So stay tuned, and I will keep you guys updated. Notice how it just grows. It's like a big moisture area growing. But TD9 looks pretty scary. And what is going on in Texas over here? That all links up. We're in trouble. The real action happens at the pulses. Sun's been acting wild. Earth weather's been acting wild. The jet stream's been acting wild. People have been acting wild. It's about to get crazier. Be prepared. Stay cool. Stay calm. God bless everybody. I'll have the TD9 one out soon. So stay tuned. And be a genius if you can.
Lots of tropical issues going on this morning.
We have Tropical Depression number 8 off the eastern seaboard. Might that affect the East Coast? Yes.
There it is. You see it going around?
It's going to take a run at Cape Hatteras.
The movement has slowed a little bit.
Tropical Depression 8 is going to have a little bit of a hangout factor before it hooks out.
It's still about 95 miles south and southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina.
We're still concerned about the rough surf and the rip current risk for many of our beautiful beaches off the Carolina coastline and even off the Virginia coastline, too. So these are the areas that currently have some type of warning on them. So those are tropical storm warnings that you can see there.
From Oregon Inlet toward Cape Hatteras, also including Morehead City. Tropical storm warnings also include all of the Pamlico Sound.
Some maximum sustained winds near 35 miles per hour with occasionally higher gusts, generally 1 to 3 inches over eastern North Carolina, and some isolated rainfall amounts of over 5 inches on the Outer Banks.
Upper level low off the South Carolina coast, high pressure over Bermuda. That's what's been steering this. This is mostly going to be a problem for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, especially from Cape Hatteras on northbound.
We are looking for very high surf, some gusty winds over the next 48 hours.
Also some locally heavy rain, and we're already feeling the impacts of Tropical Depression number 8 with rip currents from South Florida all the way up into the Carolinas.
Especially with Labor Day weekend coming up, we know this is where many of you are flocking to spend time with your friends and family.
Still could strengthen into a storm later today.
Yeah, it's going to do a hook off to the right.
That it is really going to be going right parallel to the coast.
So this turn that we've been anticipating is going to be occurring. And then you'll notice the acceleration north and east as the system feels those winds from the west and southwest.
Then that front comes in, it gets shoved out to sea.
I am a little concerned, though, that this west movement is going to continue longer than what the models are showing. Tricky call. Stay tuned.
Here's the effects that we're looking at. Mainly rain. Again, we're going to have some high surf and gusty winds, but
that's going to mean that rainfall sticks around, so be very, very careful.
But it's going to be causing rip currents and all kinds of high surf all up and down the eastern seaboard.
Rip currents, huge, huge risk for the moment.
These systems are always difficult.
Stay cool. Thor News is for winners, and that's why you're here. So stick around.